Okay, you guys. In this video, like I said before, I'm going to be reading a couple of my poems. You guys heard of one of them in the last video, but I'm going to read a couple of my poems, and this video will probably be around 9 minutes long. Because I'm going to read more than one. I'm going to read about 3 or 4 or 5. I'm going to be reading them to the song Who Am I to Say, by Hope, and I hope you guys like them. Feel free to comment and give me feedback on my poems. My poems are dark. They're more so about depression than happy. Some of them are happy, but the others are not. I write my poems because poetry is my life, like I told you before. I enjoy writing, and my past just brings a lot of stuff to me, and I like to write about it. Okay, I guess this is where I'm going to start. Please don't take my phone. Please don't. Okay. One Bloody Tear by Jenna Lewis. Poem number 1. Her smile is oh so fake, she lives her life a walking breathing mistake. A jumper that covers the cuts on her wrist, some makeup covering the bruises from her enemy's fist. She holds her head high through all the tears, and she stands tall as she faces the biggest fears. She smiles while her heart aches. She pretends she's together as she slowly breaks. She loses all control and comes home to her blade, the only thing that actually makes the pain fade. She can't take this thing called life, and her only escape is the sharp end of her knife. A girl who is seen with a smile hides so much sadness as she's hated for having her own style. A girl whose family calls strong, well this girl cut so there couldn't be any more wrong. A girl whose smile fools the world, a girl who stands at death's cliffs. A girl who's broken, beaten, and destroyed, wondering if she'll be missed. As the waves of sadness crashing against her mind, she knows her death is near, but it's all she ever wanted, so she cuts without any fear. As she hits the floor, her life ends with a splash, a girl whose smile fooled the world, gone in a quick flash. One Bloody Tear by Jenna Lewis. Poem number 2. It's too late for sorry. Everyone thinks she's happy, but the pain deep inside no one sees. How this girl goes home and splits her wrist, longing to be free. How sometimes when she gets lonely, she holds her pillow tight, and she's tired from staying awake, thinking of ways to die each night. She laughs, she smiles, but at home she cries and bleeds. Everyone thinks she's happy, but nothing's ever seen. Days go on, she can't take the pain. She was once a glowing light, but now there's just no flame. Dad's never around. Mom has other things that need her care. And as for her friends, when she needs them, they never have time to be there. Staring at the scars, sitting on her bed, crying her eyes out, wishing she was dead. She says life isn't worth living with the pain. She looks in the mirror, tears on her cheeks, everything becomes clear. She gets out a pen, on the words of her heart she writes. See, this is a suicide note, she's ending her life tonight. The next morning, her mom opens the door, pills spilled on her bed, her little girl is dead on the floor. Her mom collapsed. She doesn't understand. She thought her daughter was happy, but all along, this was her parent. She looks at the bed, sees a piece of paper that looks like a note, tears streaming down her face as she reads the suicidal letter her daughter wrote. I love you, and I know what I did was wrong, but you see, I haven't been happy. I've been sad for quite so long. Do not cry. Be happy I'm gone. I'm now free, so Mom, please don't mourn. I lived a life of pain. It's written on my wrist. I'm sorry, Mommy, I love you. Forever your touch I'll miss. It's Too Late for Sorry by Jenna Lewis. I know I messed up a little bit again, but, okay. Poem number 2. Poem number 3, and be aware that the song is going to repeat because I don't want to put a different song in there. Okay. Poem number 3, The Final Goodbye. This is the final letter, my final goodbye. This is my story of how you made me cut and made me cry. Whoever knew it would have ended this way? Whoever thought I'd fall for you the day we met? Who knew you could rip me apart and become the life-destroying bitch I can't forget? I remember when I used to look into your eyes and I'd fall in love and hold you tight. Whoever thought I'd end up splitting my wrist every time we fight? I remember you promising me forever. I remember you asking me for trust. Whoever thought you would change who I was? Was it love or just lust? I remember having deep conversations till we fell asleep on the phone, but I also remember you hurting me, hanging up in my face, and I'd fall asleep alone. I remember you holding my hand, making me think that you were mine. I thought you were the best thing that ever happened to me, but then you turned out to be the worst in an amount of time. Today you're the same girl, to the girl who I felt so deep for, and every time I was hurting and bleeding, it wasn't enough, you wanted me to feel more. My final goodbye, as I move on with my life, it's time to let go and clean the blade off the end of this knife. The final goodbye by Jenna Lewis is dedicated to my ex. And you guys are probably wondering, you said girl, oh my gosh. Yes, I am bisexual. So don't go all out, please. Poem number 4. Sometimes is all the time. This poem may not make any sense to you guys, but it kind of did make no sense to me after I wrote it, and I read it. But it was what I had on my mind at the same time. Okay. Poem number 4, sometimes is all the time. Sometimes I feel my life is full of pain. Everyone plays my heart like it's a game. Sometimes I realize that maybe life isn't for me, so I turn to my knife to set my mind free. Sometimes I think I may not be in control of my thoughts, wishing my life could just end so my heart could forever rot. Sometimes I wish that I could just open my little brown eyes and know where I'm going and not have to wear a disguise. Sometimes I think that a few cuts soon will not be enough. I'll take my life in my strife not knowing what was what. Sometimes I guess that maybe there is a reason. God is making me go through so much stress in one lonely season. But maybe sometimes means all the time. Maybe every time I say sometimes, I'm saying all the time. Maybe, just maybe, all the time I hope the loneliness in me would just leave me be and set me free. Sometimes I'm good. That didn't make no sense to me either. I guess I will start with These Tears I Cry in the next video because my time is almost up on this. I hope you guys like my poem, the few that you guys got to hear. Well, I guess I can read part of a poem. I got a few minutes left, but this is just the poem I wrote. Well, it's not completely done, but I was just writing it. It's not about anybody in particular. It's just a poem that I was writing. It was on my mind. Okay, what's on my mind? I sit and watch your hair in the wind. I'm realizing I never wanted us to end. So you're wondering what's on my mind? Be patient. I will tell you in a small amount of time. I feel mesmerized about the times we spent, like the day we slept outside in the rain in that silly little tent. So you're still wondering what's on my mind? Just be cool. I promise to know in a little bit of time. I watch as you wait at your apartment gate. That's all I got. But I'll be finishing it, and this video is really, really long. So if you guys don't want to sit through it and watch all of it, or the next one, you guys don't have to. Okay. Thanks.